Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this meeting of Castle Douglas Common Good Committee on Wednesday, 27th August 2025. I remind you that this meeting will be streamed and will be live on Teams, and a public recording made available afterwards. The usual standing orders will apply, including any requirement for voting, which will be undertaken by roll call. I think we're all familiar with the Good Practice Guide, so I'll just move on to item 1, sediment and apologies. I confirm my agreement to members' remote participation. Sean, may we have a sediment and apologies, please?
Certainly, Chair. We have 4 members online, 3 elected members in our community representative, yourself, Chair, Councillor Howie, Councillor Drysdale, substituting for Councillor Young. We have Councillor Dougie Campbell today, and Martin Fortnum, our community representative. So 4 all present.
Thank you. Item 2, do members have any declarations of interest or statements of connections that they wish to make? I can't see anyone coming forward. The minutes of the previous meeting will be presented at the next meeting of this subcommittee in September. Taking us on to item 3, development of transport hub, car park, Market Hill, Castle Douglas, report by Transport and Operation Manager. This report asks members to consider agreeing proposed changes in the use of common good land at the car park, Market Hill, Castle Douglas, that is related to the development of a transport hub for the town. Sarah Jane Also, Project Manager, LUF Transport and Operations, is available to answer questions. Before I open up to members, debate, Sarah Jane, do you have anything that you wish to add to the report?
Not today, thank you, Chair.
Very good. Members, it's over to yourselves. Any questions? Pauline, yeah.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good morning, members, and good morning, Sarah Jane. Thank you very, very much for the report. and for bringing this forward and for listening to the community. So it was just a couple of questions, if that's okay, Sarah Jane. First of all, I know we haven't seen the detailed plans as yet, and it's just an outline marking, but should the plans be accepted going forward by the community after the engagement process and the path is encroached upon, can we have your assurances, if it's okay, that the path will be reinstated behind any hub that's built? And also, can we have your assurances that no trees will be lost in any potential development should we go forward with the hub? And I have another question later, but that is my two questions for the meantime. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Sarah Jane.
Thank you, Councillor. Through you, Chair. The area highlighted on the map is as best as we could draw with the software tool that we have. I can confirm that there are no plans to encroach on the pathway at the Market Hill that actually is encompassed in the red line shown. If a building or any infrastructure was to be sited within that vicinity of path, we would make sure that the path was rerouted or that there was access was maintained. But my understanding from work that is currently ongoing that there are no plans to encroach on that path. Secondly, there are also no plans to remove any trees from the Market Hill area. That would not be part of the proposals.
Pauline, your hand's still raised. Have you any other questions?
I do. Thank you very much, Chair, for letting me come back in again. Just one last question, Sarah Jane. Thank you very much for the clarification. That's all really clear and I understand it fully, so thank you. It was just the heading of the paper, development of a transport hub, which we have a full understanding of now. But the fact it says car park, Market Hill, Castle Douglas, I was just concerned about the titling of that. Now, I know potentially we're really looking forward to, hopefully, if it goes ahead, if the public and people within our community decide it's an acceptable proposal, there's an opportunity to have an electric vehicle, which I totally understand, or maybe two electric vehicles, they need a space. But can you just give me your assurances that we will not lose, the community will not lose on the common good land any car parking spaces on the Market Hill, apart from per se if there was an electric vehicle for the use of the public to be able to do shopping or run any other errands or visit people should they require to do so. So it was just your assurances on that one as well through yourself, Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Drysdale. Through you, Chair, I can confirm that there are no plans to site any infrastructure on the actual area of the car park that is currently designated to parking bays. The title of the report refers to the name of the title as it's shown in the Common Good database. Car Park, Market Hill, Castle Douglas encompasses that area, including the park, etc. So yes, there are plans for a higher electric vehicle, which would be sited and parked in one of the bays within the car park. But there are no plans to make any changes to or lose any parking bays within the current car park situation.
You happy with that, Pauline? Yeah.
I am absolutely, Chair, and I wouldn't mind one last question, but I'll open up to other members first, and if through yourself, and with all respect, if you want to come back to me, it's just one last question about should we agree to 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3? Just a quick question about the actual consultation, but I think that needs to come after other members have had a chance to speak, so I'll come back in if there's anyone else. Thanks.
I can't see any other hands raised at this time. Don't know if there's, I'm looking, can't see any. Okay. So I'll come back to you in the meantime, Pauline.
Okay, promise. This is my last question. So should we agree to this today at the end of the meeting? The 8-week statutory consultation will go ahead for the proposed changes of the use of land. And I'm just going to ask yourself, Sarah Jane, if it's acceptable that we make sure that the consultation documents are together in the one place and that we communicate that out, and that we as elected members can communicate that out through the Community Council and the members of the Community Council and other areas of the community for the consultation. So it's just to make sure that we can make sure the clear mapping is there, which I know you're working hard to create for us, and also that the public will be able to respond to that consultation and it will be quite clearly mapped out. Thank you, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Drysdale. Through yourself, Chair. just to confirm that the 8-week consultation period for the change of use of the common good land has taken place. The notices were placed out, that statutory element has been done, and we received no representations via the community service, the customer service centre, or via the email address provided. This element, should councillors agree today to the change of use of the land, this element of that, the process or the part of this project will be complete. We will then move on to finalising designs, and obviously those will be available for the public to comment on in future, but there won't be a further 8-week statutory consultation. That has already been done.
Are you happy with that, Pauline?
Yes, apologies. Thank you very much for your confirmation as to the 8-week consultation period. So just one last question. What will be the, if we decide to go ahead and agree the recommendations today, Sarah Jane, what will be the time period for people to see the plans and respond should they wish to do so? That's probably just that's my last question. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor, through yourself, Chair. There would be, once plans are completed, the construction contractor and the programme management office would be required to complete statutory consultation through the planning. If planning permission, statutory planning permission is required. So again, that would be available for the public to comment on.
Yeah. I imagine planning will be required for this, Sarah Jane, just what's proposed. It's just to ensure that the Community Council will have the opportunity to look at any design and have an opportunity to comment on that prior to any final decisions being made.
Thank you, Chair.
Very good. Martin, I see your hand up.
Through you, Chair. We discussed this very thoroughly last night, and we're quite disappointed that the consultation period was not made very public, because there's an awful lot of people who are not aware of what's happening. And we also did not say that we would like the whole project to take place in that area of the Market Hill. We proposed to you when you came to give us the presentation that we put some of it there, but the majority of it stayed between the pump house and the Queen Street Junction. And we're very concerned that the change of use could affect that area of the Market Hill, and we're not very supportive of the plans that you have now put in front of us.
Thank you, Martin, through yourself, Chair. The proposal to continue with bus waiting facilities at the site next to the swimming pool has not changed. That's there's not a requirement to submit an application for the change of use of land, which is the purpose of this meeting today. So the bus waiting facilities, etc., will still remain at the Market Hill, at the side of the swimming pool. The meeting today is to discuss the area that has been identified through meetings with yourself and other community organisations as the preferred area for things like the cycle storage and the area for the hire bikes, etc. Given the discussions that took place around the potential loss of trees for the other site we'd highlighted, the loss of car parking spaces, this area of land that we've highlighted has become the preferred area, as designated duly by community conversations, and that's the area that we will look to progress with the design of the installation of things like the cycle lockers and things like that. But the hub is so that all the facilities will continue to be, that entire Market Hill site, if you like, will take the form of the transport hub, with the electric vehicle chargers being there, the bus waiting facilities being at where the swimming pool is, etc.
Thank you. Through you, Chair. So you're saying that the proposal for the change of use, as is just now, is not going to have the whole project. Some of it will still be, as we discussed, between Pump House and Queen Street.
There will be bus waiting facilities as there are now there, yes, and those will be improved.
Right. And as you probably are aware, we said to you at the Community Council that we are spending about £1,500 on a new town map to go up next to the existing notice board. Is that going to impinge on us doing that, or are we still going to be able to do that without affecting the access onto the Market Hill with any proposals that you're thinking of doing in that area?
The design team are still looking at options live just now, Martin, and if there was any proposal that would impinge on the signage that you're looking at, we would get in touch to discuss that with you. I'm unaware of the detail of that now, but should that area that has that signage come into play or be of interest to the designers to say that they feel that this is where facilities should be sited, we would pick that up to understand if there was movement required, and if there was any issues that we needed to work through with you.
Thank you. Through you, Chair. It's just that there's been a bit of confusion after your presentation to us and what we see in this paper we've got in front of us. It's not just exactly what we were thinking was going to happen, but you've clarified it by saying that some of it will still continue being over near the pump house in Queen Street, and it will not be all taking place in this area if the committee agree for the change of use. That's what you're basically saying.
I'm saying the bus waiting facilities will remain on Market Street where the swimming pool is. Yes.
Thank you.
Any further detail, Martin? I'm quite sure Sarah Jane and yourself can meet offline and progress it through there.
Yep.
Very good.
Thank you.
Members, any other questions? Are we happy to go to the recommendations? Yeah, can't see any questions. So members were asked to, are we happy to note 3.1 regarding the 8-week statutory under consultation period? 3.2, note that no representations were received on the consultation, and 3.3, agree to the proposed change of the use of the area's common good land as highlighted, paragraph 4.4, shown as appendix 1. Are members happy to go with these recommendations?
Happy to go with the recommendations.
Chair, but it's 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, just in case we have made an error there, just so you know. Here. Should be fine. Thanks.
Very good. Any other business? I have no further urgent business, so that concludes today's meeting. Thank you for your contributions, and thank you, Dougie, for deputising for John. Next scheduled meeting will be held on 17 September 25. Thank you all for your attendance.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chair.